Welcome back to the Witch's Way podcast. I'm Kat.
And I'm Jayme. And tonight we are talking about working with the goddess Hestia for Virgo season. As you guys know, we've been going through the different goddesses for each of the different zodiac seasons, and we are all the way up to Virgo season.
Wow.
I know, right? The year's flying by.
The year is flying by.
So with Virgo, we're talking about the home and the heart of the home and practicality. So let's just keep those in mind. And Kat and I are going to try not... We call ourselves, like, we Virgo out on things. We get way in the weeds and start overthinking and perfection. So this Virgo season is try to make it less about being perfect in your areas of your house, but being more practical. And that is advice we have to give ourselves every single day because we are gunning for perfect and don't give up.
Virgo risings. Oh,
Yeah.
my necklace is on backwards. Excuse me.
Oh. Can't show up with a backwards necklace.
Yeah, so we're both Virgo risings, as you guys may or may not remember.
Mm-hmm.
And we pretty much geek out over organizing, categorizing, labeling, listing, all that stuff.
All the things.
But so maybe this will help us.
Maybe
this will
That's
help
what
us
I wrote it for. Help for us.
as we get ready to go into, the fall season. I can't believe I'm so excited.
I know. I'm so ready.
Like,
yes.
It's about
I have on
5
a sweater
weeks.
dress today, you guys.
And I'm wearing a little jacket.
Green sweater vest. It's not cold here yet. It's still hot as Satan's balls, but we're getting through it. We have AC.
Yeah, it's muggy as what's a really muggy place in the world? Like in
Florida. We're the muggy place, Mom.
No, but it's
There's
even worse
muggier?
it's worse than in some of the Asian countries, isn't it?
That's just because they don't have AC.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been to France in the summertime, but because they don't have AC, and I, of course, know everything about summer in Paris because I watched Emily in Paris, and so I'm all educated now. They don't have AC because they feel like it's unnatural. So it's muggy there. I've seen that. But
I thought there was other. Okay, anyway,
we're going from muggy to getting hopefully some cooler weather.
Yeah, and not too many hurricanes because the hurricane season is really starting to kick in.
No, it's not. We're not speaking that into existence.
Okay, all right.
So the pain point of this, and the reason that we talk about it is because when you're feeling scattered and overwhelmed and you just have messy shit everywhere, this is when you kind of get into the practical little things to do to make your life better. And Hestia is all about being the guardian of your hearth, which is the fireplace or the center of your house, even if you don't have a fireplace. We don't have fireplaces.
Your kitchen.
Your kitchen could be it. Your stove could be it. But you can make an altar for her that's anywhere. So as we talk about the hearth of the house, anytime we say that, you can build a space in your home that feels like the hearth of the house. Maybe it has 5 or 10 or 20, 100 candles on it. But it's a place that feels like the center, or it's a gathering place. Like my family gua, my family room.
Yeah.
That would be like the hearth of my house because that's where we're always at. It's where we share the most conversations. When people come over, that's where we always sit. So that would be my hearth. So picking a hearth in your house. Yeah. So we're going to learn to work with the goddess Hestia, and then also to bring in some calm. We don't want to geek out, but calm and sacred order. So when you're doing this, you want to tap into what do I really want from this space? What am I overdoing? What's being left in here that is just stuff because I haven't decided to do anything with it? And that's part of, I know usually spring is when you clear things out, but right before we go into winter is a great time to clear things out that you don't need either.
I feel like any time is a good time to clear things out when you see stuff.
Yeah.
I started a couple days ago, I just went through my closet because I read something that said, you only wear 20% of your clothes that are in your closet. Mm-hmm. You wear the same things over and over again. And I've got all these clothes, lots of them that I got from Goodwill because, they were cute. And then I'm looking at them I'm never wearing you again. So I have a big pile for Goodwill.
I have 2 trash bags of clothes in my car right now.
I'd like to give them to somebody. But anyway, that's another story.
So I think of color coding my closet. I can't lie.
I've done that before, but then I don't stick with it.
You don't? No, that would drive me crazy. How can you have a color-coded closet and then go put something away and it doesn't match where the colors go?
Well, it takes over time. Over time. It's not right away. But I did have all my colors together, and then, I don't know, somewhere along the way I got... But anyway...
Let's talk about who Hestia is. Because I gotta say, before this podcast, I didn't know who Hestia was, what pantheon she was from, because she is one of the lesser known goddesses. And I found that very interesting. It's like there's ones that are really big and out there, Aphrodite and Athena and Artemis maybe.
Yeah, sure.
But Hestia, she is one of the 3 goddesses in the Greek pantheon that decided she wouldn't take a husband. And she because she was so practical and didn't have these like crazy adventure stories, nobody talks about her. How fucking unfair is that?
I think we should be honoring her because she didn't want a husband.
I know, that's
and
what
she's
Jolene
like
said.
she fits so perfectly in what's going on in our culture today.
I mean,
where we're like, yeah, I think I'm just going to be single with cats and plants and
love it.
My
all
witch,
my own time
and my witch friends.
Yeah, and all my own time is mine, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, in the Greek pantheon where Hestia is from, she's actually like the daughters of the original 2, Cronus and Rhea. And so she is the sibling to all of the major ones that we all, like, you hear in all the stories.
Yep. All the ones you know. Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Demeter, and Hera.
That's right. She's the goddess of hearth and home and the sacred flame. So these things sort of go together. Think about the flame as if you wanted to eat or survive, you had to have fire in your home. So the fire within a home was sacred. It's for warmth. It's for cooking your food. It's the place where people gather because that's when things are happening in your house. It's like the kitchen part of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our ancestors probably kept a fire going, like at least like all the time, even if it was just like just embers ready to throw some more wood on there, so that they didn't have to start from scratch, because it was such a critical part of their daily lives. They had to have it for probably so many things, beyond just like heating and cooking, but other things they used it for, like maybe sterilizing something when they had to treat somebody. If they knew enough, then
boiling the water to be safe to drink.
Boiling water when there was a baby being born. Again, if they knew enough. Eventually they did know enough that they knew they needed to sterilize. So fire would have been used for sterilization.
Well, and when I was writing this, I was thinking about some of the shows out there that I've watched, like Survivor is one of the ones where the thing that they say on there is like, fire is life. I think that's how they say it, but like your fire gets extinguished when you're voted out of the game. I can't remember. But fire is like this privilege, and a fire starter is a privilege because that is what makes life more comfortable, or, like to cook the food. And then the other one is when you watch, I know it's crazy, but Naked and Afraid. I used to be a huge survival Naked and Afraid person because I traveled so much. I was always like, I'm going to prepare to survive anything. I need to know how to make fire no matter what continent I'm on. And that was the thing. Somebody was in charge of keeping the fire going. So Hestia, that was how her devotees really honored her, is they kept the fires going within the home. And I just love that because candles are a huge part of my magic. They're a huge part of it. All my rituals.
You know what I'm thinking is that because we don't need fire and we probably don't want candles burning 24/7, we could even make like fire simulation with light. Like
I have
lights on an altar, like the ones that are like just plug them in. You got little twinkly things.
Yeah,
because we don't really need
symbols of light,
we don't need fires going all the time anymore.
Right.
In the wintertime, it's super nice, but in the summertime, who the hell wants candles burning all day? I don't.
Not all day. Some days.
I do want them in the evening though for smells, but
smells and the romantic vibe of the candles. Yeah. So, being a minimalist is part of the Virgo simplicity and practicality. Not that we all are, and not that it's even driven that way, because minimalism is not necessarily associated with just being a Virgo, but having things organized to where you don't have more than you need. It's not about the stuff that you keep, it's how you keep the stuff. And I really liked that symbolism of the Virgo season.
Yeah.
Because we're a collector of things that we like, that are pretty, the crystals and all the things that go into witchcraft. There's so much you could buy, and there's so many beautiful things that witches make. I'm like, I want it all when I go to Etsy. But it's not about how much stuff, but it's like how you keep your stuff, and that is it accessible? Is it neatly organized? Can you get to it?
Can you find it when you want it? Do you know what you have?
Do you know what you have?
Do you know what you have so that you're not like buying things that you already have somewhere? Yeah, I think I used to be really bad about buying stuff that I already had. So
I think
and because I was disorganized, I guess.
Yeah, it was therapy and impulse buying, and there's lots of stuff that goes into that.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to witchcraft and us getting the tools, and there are so many beautiful tools out there, and there's so many things. Like I'm one who's been a sucker for crystals, but then I realized that I had a collection of crystals that I didn't know what more than half of them meant. And that frustrated me. I was like, I have all these beautiful things, but I actually don't even know how to use them. I don't know what they're for. So I cut way back, and I started pulling things out and being like, I'm going to practically, methodically work with this one thing so I can learn it. And that would be a good thing to do during Virgo season. If you have a lot of witchcraft tools, pull them out and like, how can you use them? What are they for? Do you really know them, or are they just
familiarize
aesthetic?
yourself with them and
Absolutely.
relearn them?
Absolutely.
And then, I think it would also be appropriate for this same season is if you find something that you're like, I'm just never really going to use that, gift it to a witch. That would be a lovely thing to do.
We have done that plenty of times. I've bought tarot decks that I didn't like. I've bought books that I just really couldn't get anything from. And when I have witch friends over and they're like, hey, I have this and it didn't fit with me. You want to try it out? And it's like, yeah, I'll try it out. And if I don't like it, I'll give it back to you and you can give it to another witch friend. I've done that so many times. I've given out tarot decks, books, crystals. Like, I don't hoard them. I mean, sometimes I want to be like Gollum and like my precious and like hoard stuff. I do like surround myself with all the beautiful things, like the bag lady from Labyrinth packed with all of her shit on her back. But more so, I get joy out of giving it away and seeing if it's useful for somebody. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel so good. It didn't go to waste. Because I think that's the fear when you have so much, like giving it away is like, oh, that's so wasteful. What about the money? Your sunken cost, all of that. Yeah. So oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so let's talk about Virgo energy and why Hestia fits with this season. If you're not familiar with Virgo energy, we may have given you some of it. We may have given some of it away when talking about the goddess Hestia. Virgo energy, mutable earth. So mutable is
changeable.
Okay.
Pliable.
Ruled by Mercury, practical magic, plus attention to detail.
Definitely. Yeah.
Both Virgo and Hestia are focused on maintenance, maintaining things. Not flashy stuff, but things that make your life run smoothly. All the things that just make your household work easier. Work more smoothly, like having a broom and a mop, and
knowing where your cleaning
supplies are, having a vacuum cleaner that works, and all that kind of really practical, like down to earth stuff.
Getting rid of bad vibes, being able to invite somebody in at any time and be like, my space is sacred and welcome to it.
Virgo season is perfect for routines, purification rituals, and making your home feel like a true sanctuary.
I have this thing when I walk out of my bedroom that I don't always do it, but there are times when I'm really in it. It's a ritual in the morning. I walk out at some point during the morning and I'm like, God, I love this house. Oh, I love this space, And if I'm not feeling that way, I know I need to do some fucking cleaning. I know I need to tidy up. I know I need to get rid of some stuff, or it's like, why does this space feel heavy? And I swear it's the accumulation of extra mail on the table. There was dishes left out from the night before, or it's like, I know I haven't dusted, or the plants haven't been watered, or whatever. But I swear I walk out and I can feel if there's heaviness, and when there's lightness and brightness and it's all clean and organized, I'm like, oh God, I love this space. I love walking out to this house. Oh, it's so beautiful. Because when I walk out of my bedroom, I walk out and it's like a view of the whole house, kind of. My house is very open concept, I guess. Is that what you'd call that? Open concept?
This is about functional magic. So the way that your broom sweeps dirt and dust off your floor and sand, if you live in Florida, it also sweeps out bad vibes.
Yes. Absolutely.
The joke about Virgo's love of lists and Hestia's list probably just being keep the fire going, don't let the place burn down.
I didn't write that very well, did I? She just tried to read my writing.
Like, what?
That wasn't
very... So Virgo's joke of... the joke about Virgo's love of lists. So people do talk about Virgos and how they're...
Love the checklist.
It's kind of like...
write it down.
They always talk about Taurus with food, food, like their thing. Virgo is like, give me I've never seen a spreadsheet that I don't love.
Or building a spreadsheet. I'm like, I could make a spreadsheet for that. Oh, what if I had a spreadsheet?
I could make a spreadsheet for that.
How about getting addicted to those little apps that are like, keep your life in order, so it's like everyday track your shit.
Yeah.
Or this past year, because my life did go out of whack and I started to really feel out of control, I was like, I need to just remember to put the garbage out and do random, change my air filter. I couldn't even remember those things. I downloaded this app called Me Plus. I was all about that app for about a month.
I was looking for that because I really wanted to try to get organized. Like, I'm forgetting things because I'll write a note over here. I'll put it in a calendar.
Yeah. No,
I'll put it in a note in my phone.
We just won't keep it all together so that we can follow it. But we have all the ideas. Kat and I, we always say, like, we're idea people. We'll come up with all the ideas.
All the ideas.
Implementing them on the other hand is like, oh yeah, we're gonna need a cardinal sign for that. We're gonna need an Aries, or we're gonna need somebody to step in and help us actually execute and start the project, because we're just like, we're the idea people. We're maintaining just flow of ideas. And as
soon as I finish this idea, I'm on to the next one.
That's right. Once the idea is out of my head and I tell somebody, I'm like, I feel accomplished. That was all I had to do. It's terrible. It's amazing and terrible because you need like the beginning and the end. We're just like the middle people throwing ideas out into the pile, of all the ways we could achieve things.
So let's talk about practical magic and rituals with Hestia, like daily offerings.
Yeah, this is it's a way to connect with the Virgo season, with Hestia's sacred flame for the hearth, for your home, for the center, wherever you want to claim that space for her. And, lighting a candle in honor of her and asking for warmth and safety and peace within your home. Peace within your home. That is such a big thing for me. I've lived with people. I've lived in barracks. I've lived on ships. I've lived with a lot of motherfuckers. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing that drives your peace right out the window than living with people who you don't mesh with. And it's like, oh, I got to look at their crap. And it's all over the place. Yeah, I love my own personal sacred little spaces. Are you that way too? Like, even in relationships, you need like your own personal private little space?
Yeah. And I need my stuff a certain way, so
it's
this is the joy of living alone, or almost alone, just with a grandson at this stage. So.
It's of your choosing though, you get to be a little in control with that. So I would say lighting a candle each morning. It doesn't have to stay on forever, but have the candle lit while you're drinking your coffee or your tea. Have it lit.
Journaling, maybe.
Yeah, or journaling.
Making a list.
Fucking updating your spreadsheet for the day, adding in your to-do list in your apps. That's when it's good.
Checking off, what did I get done yesterday that I need to move to today?
See, I think that's what really gets us, is we want to make the list so that we can check things off the list.
Yes,
because that's where it really feels good.
Yeah, that's the best.
That's the gold.
I have any list, so when you make a list in any list, you put all the things in there, right? And then when you've completed something, you just tap on it and it draws a line through it. I'm like, it makes me so excited.
I know. I think when I learned Excel and I could like copy and paste the formulas, I get really excited. I was like, what other formulas could I come up with and just like make everything, because it automatically organizes it, like alphabetizing stuff, lining things up. Doing books.
We're Virgoing out on you guys. Sorry.
Doing books in a height order. Like, think about the little weird shit. I bought a label maker. That was a terrible idea for me, because I now have labels inside my refrigerator, and I want to label my husband's drawer so he knows where things should go. Like, I want to label everything, and it's so fun because you can create cute little emojis with it.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the altar. Like, if you're going to light a candle in the morning to either on your altar or at your space, but on your altar especially, you can also offer a simple food or drink offering, like bread or tea or honey at your altar.
Anything that's like warm and feels homey or sweet, the things that make you, and this is why it feels like fall, because when you start to talk about these things, you're like, the word cozy comes up for me. And as I was writing this, I don't know where I put cozy. It was like probably in here somewhere, but I kept thinking of the word, if there was like a synonym for home, it's like cozy. Do you get cozy anywhere other than
cozy,
your house?
Comfy, yeah.
Comfy, cozy. Yeah. Do you get...
To me, those are almost synonymous.
Do you get cozy anywhere else other than home? Like, would you be cozy? Would you describe yourself as being cozy in any other environment other than your home? That's a great question for the listeners, too. What do you guys think? Is there somewhere else? I thought of camping. The
only way that, if you think about going somewhere, like, if I was going to stay somewhere, like on a vacation, then you could do that. But but still, that would be your temporary home. So, it is associated with, I guess the only other thing that comes up for me when you say cozy is like cozy clothing that you wear, like to But then, are you wearing that to the store?
Are you cozy in your clothes in the store? Because I think cozy also represents like relaxing. Because if you're cozy, you're relaxed. You're never like cozy shopping. Nobody describes it that way.
No, that's true.
You're not cozy working out. You're not cozy. I'm not even cozy at the beach where I am warm.
So we're talking about home.
It's
so we're
gotta
here,
be home.
So it's got to be home.
I don't know, I made that association. I was just like, oh, damn. I never really thought about it like that. Like cozy is another word for home. I'm going to go to my cozy place.
Yeah.
What's the image that comes up?
My bed.
Exactly. My blanket. Me and my blanket in my bed.
My pillows.
Yes.
My dog next to me.
Yeah. It's the cozy is that feeling of being able to relax and sink in and rest. There's sort of a rest feeling in it and a safety feeling in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So here's some hearth cleansing rituals that you can do. It's as simple as like sweeping or vacuuming your home. While sweeping or vacuuming your home, imagine that you're clearing out stagnant energy. Mm-hmm. Normally thought of as a springtime event, but any time is a good time to do this.
Yeah,
especially when you're just feeling like Jayme said, when she walks through her house, sometimes she's like, oh, I love my house, and then other times you don't feel that way. So what's causing you from feeling that way?
Yeah.
If you don't feel like if you're not vibing with your home, you probably need to sweep out some
there's an energetic shift.
Clean out some old shit to shift energy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What light bulbs are out? What things need to be cleansed or wiped down or,
Yeah, I had shit all over my dining room table. I still got some stuff there, but I was like, this is stupid. It's been here for weeks. So I started putting it away. Like, I'm going to take the display over to Jolene's. I took a return back to UPS last night, so I'm like, yeah, it's time for it to go.
I do that by setting things by my front door, and the bags that are now sitting in the car, they've only been there one day. I just put them in there today.
They moved from sitting by the front door to sitting in the car.
But they have been sitting by the front door for probably 3 weeks. Now, in our defense, mine and my husband's, we have added clothes to the pile. Because I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
But I have to put them in a place that they'll annoy us. Otherwise, if they sit like in a closet and collect, I don't know when I'll move them. They got to sit out and annoy me. So you with your dining room table, I totally get that. It's like it's out there. It's been there a while.
Right.
Why are you still here?
I don't dare put it away. I don't dare put it away because it'll just stay there.
Out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing that's good for the hearth as a hearth cleansing ritual would be smoke cleanse or a simmer pot, which really goes well if you think of your stove as the hearth of your home because that's warm. So a simmer pot. Some people can't do smoke because they've got like someone in the house that's got respiratory issues, or maybe they've got respiratory issues. I see witches ask about this, like what else can I do besides burn sage? Because I can't burn sage because my mom's got asthma or something like that.
Or any bundles of
but
herbs.
Simmering herbs, that is a great way because it's just like it's a slow little crock pot like type thing, a little pot on your stove.
I'll tell you guys a secret that I do with them. Sometimes I buy huge bags of oranges or apples and I don't eat them all the time. And when they're going bad, that's a perfect time to cut those little guys up and throw them into a simmer pot because you're not going to eat them anyways, but you can still get the smell out of them. And buying cinnamon in bulk, adding cinnamon to any simmer pot will make everything smell amazing. Or rosemary. It smells amazing. Your whole house is just like, ooh, what are you cooking? Is this like a bakery? Like, what are we doing? Anybody who comes in will immediately feel that cozy, warm, like, are we going to get next to a fire and, like make s'mores or something that feels cozy? It smells cozy in here. Yeah.
Rosemary, bay leaves, cinnamon, thyme, any of those things. I like your fruit idea, especially if the fruit's going bad and you're not going to eat it.
It goes bad fast here.
I hate to waste the stuff.
Yeah.
I think about putting it outside for the animals, and I'm like, no, there's rats. My neighbors have chickens. We only want to
attract so many things to the home.
And you can't put food out because you'll get unwanted creatures in your yard. Anyway, so here's where cozy came in. Warm, earthy smells make us feel cozy.
Yes.
Cozy goes with home, right?
Cozy goes with home.
Yeah.
See, I did write it in there. I couldn't see it earlier.
Do you say you're cozy anywhere but home? Do you, witches?
I don't know.
Do you ever say you're cozy?
Thing.
Have you ever used the word cozy when you're not inside your home?
Yeah,
I don't think
I don't know. I don't think I've ever described myself that way.
Unless you're commenting on something, you're like, oh, that looks cozy. Okay.
Yeah. Also in front of fires, I guess. That would be like you feel cozy in front of a fire, but you're being warmed. So that's why hearth and fire and warmth and cozy, it all goes together.
It all goes together, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a little challenge for you for the Hestia during Virgo season, okay? And it's to pick one area of your home or your life. I mean, that's bigger. Life feels big. I say home, practical, do the physical things. This is an earth sign that feels chaotic. And tend to it daily during the whole Virgo season. There are parts of our lives or our house or the things that we can't deal with because they're so fucking overwhelming that if you were to work on it a tiny bit for the 30 days roughly of the season of Virgo and just tell yourself, I'm doing this in honor of Virgo season. I do this in honor of Hestia, who's like a house, protector, practicality, like make it warm and cozy. And you're doing it in the cause of witchcraft for that meaning, for that sacred space kind of feeling. I think that we'd be more inclined to do it if, like,
absolutely
every day we're like one little thing towards Virgo, Hestia, and feeling cozy.
I can see myself doing that, even though my garage is like outside of my home, and it doesn't really. I would never be cozy in there, but it's kind of a mess, and I sort of need to address it. And when I walk through it, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that feeling. Find the place in your house where you go, ugh. And you're like, work on that a little bit every day during the Virgo season.
There you go. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Where in your house do you walk in and go, ugh? And you know what? It used to be my kid's room. I can't lie. So what I did with him, just because it's my kid, and also he was like, it got to when he became about, teenager, like 13, 14 and on, I would go in and rip shit apart and like, nope, we're not doing that, not doing that, like this is still going to be clean, because he wouldn't do it. So I had to do it, like, because I didn't want to smell the smells or see the trash overflowing or whatever. And it's like, then you don't get to shut your door. Like, I'm just going to keep your door. I'm going to walk in here anytime until when I walk in here, I don't see anything I want to change, and then I'll shut the door. But otherwise, I'm going to walk in here anytime. So I had to invade his privacy a bit.
And in order to get him, start doing it himself?
Yeah, because he knew it was like any random time my mom could walk in my door.
Good. I like that as a training. I like that as a way to train him.
It is a training. I know,
yeah,
right?
I love that.
So he's
like, you're in control, kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can stop this anytime you want. You just need to do the things. Because when you have to live with people and they're taking over your space and they're doing the things and you're like, there's that sound again. God, like,
if you
my roommate never cleans out her old fucking food from the refrigerator.
If you open your hallway closet and go and just immediately shut it and think, fuck.
That's how I got wrapped up in my front cleaning. Oh my God.
That's a good one right there.
I did that.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's our challenge for you. You can also, find a space that's like that you want to be your hearth, and be like, okay, I challenge myself to make this space the hearth of my home. Adding fire, adding cozy, adding warmth, adding something, adding offerings, sitting with it. Saying you could put pictures of Hestia, you could probably find statues, but I will tell you, she's not all dramatic looking. She's like they made her look very plain Jane, if there's another word for it. I don't know another word. But because she was the practical goddess. Like, she just wasn't all about the drama and doing the things and Aphrodite, and, like, that just wasn't her. She's not sitting naked in a seashell, She's like, I'm keeping your house warm, bitches, okay? That's what I do.
Okay. Let's see. Integration magic?
The integration with magic. Sorry, I'm missing a word there.
Okay.
Anchoring your practice with gratitude.
Always.
Yeah.
Everything is, honestly, I don't think we can say gratitude too much, because when you have gratitude, it really changes your perspective.
Yeah.
So if you can, whatever you do, remember to do it with a sense of gratitude.
Yeah, being grateful for the home, even if it is messy and you don't have it all under control. Our feelings, remember that the things that we think and feel, it's energy being pushed out into our space. So if you're angry in your space is a lot, your space is going to absorb that. That's what's going to sit there and carry it. So when we go into the spaces and we have gratitude for them, we're actually pushing the good energy into the houses, into our spaces, into the air that people walk into. You can feel that, a house that is, maybe it's not the cleanest house, but it still feels like people love that they're living there. It's still a happy feeling inside of it. That all comes from the emotion that you have when you look at it. So going around, and even if you can't fix everything in your house that you want to, just having gratitude towards the space that you're able to live in right then. Like just being grateful for where you're at right now. You're going to get somewhere else someday maybe, or if that's your goal, but having gratitude for where you're at right now.
Remember that tending, remember that tending the hearth is also tending to yourself. The flame is both in your house and in your heart. True. I love that.
Because it's where you occupy. You know, they say that thing, home is where the heart is. Is that what they say? Yeah, home is where the heart is.
Or are they saying home is where the hearth is?
Home is where the hearth is. Yeah, they should say that. So this was a very light podcast on how to work with the goddess Hestia during Virgo season. We hope we gave you guys some practical things to do, some things to think about, a little bit of organization, maybe a checklist or two, build that spreadsheet, maybe download an app if you want to like try to get more organized. If you can stick with it. I didn't.
Remember, it's about the practical and not the perfect.
That's right.
So the little bit, do a little bit.
Do a little bit at a time.
Make slow progress is still progress.
Absolutely. It's not about taking control, but it's about taking the care of the space.
So light your flame, sweep your space, and know that you are keeping something sacred alive.
Absolutely. May your hearth be warm, your tea be hot, and your to-do list be blessedly short.
Keep the flames burning bright, witches, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, witches.